brings you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played out a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there. It leaves them in a good spot here. Second down and inches upcoming. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Prescott now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a...
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. Their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Prescott off play action. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's brought down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake, Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run it again with Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And taken right on the 30. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one did I ever that.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Back deep for the Eagles, Avery Williams. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's good. For Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
180.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you hear a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 38 yards for Javonte Williams. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football. Full half to be played. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And now the common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And again, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the Halftime Report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams try to find the right formula to come out with the victory. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Complete, it's Dodson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And how about this, a fake? And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Pickens going in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Here's Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Nolan Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
28-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past field before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36. They'll set up to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
For the field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first.
But that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 34 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Eagles 7.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll drop to throw. This pass hauled in by Dodson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
First down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Brings up second down at the 32-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.